What's up, guys? Matt Brad here for thelines.com, playpicks.com, joined by Brad Allen, joined by Steven Anders. You can follow them on the Twitter machine at Steven Anders1, at Brad Allen NFL. We're going to talk some Turkey Day football. It is the Raiders and the Cowboys. Right now, Cowboys are 7.5-point home favorites over the Raiders, a total of 51.5 in this game. Brad, if we take a look, one thing we definitely know from the Cowboys, and we're doing this before we get official injury reports, but one thing we definitely know, Amari Cooper not going to be in there for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, there is a chance that Tyron Smith comes back for them. There is a chance that CeeDee Lamb is getting fast-tracked through the through the concussion protocol as well. So he could be back for this Dallas Cowboys team. Ezekiel Elliott has already said his little banged up knee, he's going to play through that. I don't think you really care all that much from a run game perspective because I think Tony Pollard is equally as skilled as Ezekiel Elliott is anyway. So if you think the Dallas Cowboys are going to get this done on the ground, then I don't think you're really too worried about Zeke's status one way or the other in this thing. Raiders seem to be on a free fall, and they have really lost their identity on the offensive side of the ball. Derek Carr, his ADOT since week 8 is 6.9 yards, which is 25th in the NFL after being 9.2 in the weeks before that. They're 27th in EPA per drop back since week 8 as well. Really, really lost their way. Of course, lots of stuff going on for this Raiders squad as well. So I guess my question to you is, one, is there any chance in the world for an outright upset here from this Raiders squad? And two, if not, what do you think about the 7.5?
So I would say, to start with, I think Smith is going to play. I think CeeDee Lamb is going to play. It sounds like they're both in. And so I'm pretty confident that the Dallas offense will move the ball. I'm happy to write off last week in Kansas City. Obviously, the left tackle ruled out on the day of. No Amari. CeeDee Lamb gets knocked out at half time. The crowd is berserk the entire time, so Dak can't do one of the things he does best, which is get to the line and change things up. And I think a lot of those things are changed. Obviously, we've got two wide receivers in Lamb and Gallup. We've got the left tackle back, who I think is very important. So I can see the Cowboys scoring theirs, right? 30 odd for them. The Raiders are trickier because, the narrative now is, right, it's all falling down. Gruden's gone. They've got a rookie head coach on a short week. But I feel like they've been a little bit hard done by these last 3 games. That Giants game, there was, I think, 3 interceptions where they actually moved the ball very well. Even that Bengals game last week, the stats were a lot closer than the final score would suggest. I would say the key to their offense is that deep threat, is Deshaun Jackson, and he only played 9 snaps last week, and Rich Bisaccia came out and said we need to get him more involved. Can they do that on a short week? Well, I don't really know. So basically, I've been looking at this game for the last hour or so, and I just think the side and total are bang on. But I've got a prop I like, which we'll get to in a bit.
So, Steven, we'll go over to you. I know that you're trying to at least get a play in on every game here on Turkey Day, so you can enjoy the games as you sip on your cocktails. Listen, here's the thing.
We're looking at my cocktail right now. By the way,
we're looking at 7.5, and I understand this doesn't fall, directly in kind of the Wong area and things like that because of the total being 51. And I think all that stuff. Listen, all the rules for all that were written so long ago. The NFL has changed, totals have risen, all that. So I don't necessarily subscribe to the fact that it has to be a game of the total sub 49 and all the things like that. But how do you feel about this Cowboys team? Again, as Brad said, it looks like they're getting back 2 key pieces on the offensive side of the ball for them. And just for future reference, if you're looking kind of stuff a little bit further down the road here for this Cowboys team, DeMarcus Lawrence did return to practice. He's not going to play tomorrow, but maybe next week. And so this team on the defensive side of the ball could get a pretty big boost as well.
I felt good about the Cowboys on Tuesday when Tyron Smith and Zeke were full participants. I felt great about the Cowboys on Wednesday as we record this when I saw CeeDee Lamb was somehow into the final stage of the concussion protocol and has a chance to play. I didn't think he had any chance. I mean, I can't remember the last time that a player got a concussion on Sunday and got through the protocol to play on Thursday. It's
got
rare.
A mini concussion is what it was.
Yeah.
So he got a small concussion. There are normal concussions and then there are big concussions. He got the mini concussion.
Yeah, it was like his head got grazed, I guess. Yeah. How the hell that works. So I added a square as hell teaser here for Thanksgiving, for Turkey Day, just trying to give me a reason to fight off the tryptophan on Thanksgiving night. So give me Dallas as a teaser leg -2. You can get it at -1.5 right now as we record this at most spots. So I like coming down through the 7, coming down through the 3 here, and I'm going to pair it with the Bills to just win the game against New Orleans. So we'll talk about that game in a separate video here on the channel. But for this matchup, on paper, I see huge mismatches no matter who has the ball favoring Dallas. Las Vegas is number 20 DVOA offense against the number 3 DVOA defense for Dallas. Dallas, number 3 DVOA offense, although maybe downgraded a little bit if they don't have Amari Cooper, maybe downgraded more if Lamb doesn't play, but they're still playing the number 22 Las Vegas DVOA defense. So I'm confident that the Dallas O-line will hold up against this Las Vegas front that doesn't blitz very much. You can't blitz Dak. He's lethal against the blitz. And I think the O-line is good enough to hold up against a very strong front four for Las Vegas. So I agree with Brad that the number is right at 7.5, 8. I don't really have an opinion either way on that, but I love the teaser leg down here through the 7 and the 3.
Yeah, I actually played the same teaser as you, getting the Cowboys down, getting the Bills to win. I think we're leaning towards that CeeDee Lamb is going to play, but I got to be honest, in this particular game, I'm not all that worried about it. Like I mentioned, I mean, if you got Zeke and Pollard, you still have Gallup. I think that there's enough there for this to be.
Dalton Schwartz has been good at tight end as well.
Like for this to be a win, right? Like that's the thing is this when we're teasing this down to 1.5, we're basically just asking them to win, and so I think that there's enough there, no matter what, to get a win for this Cowboys team. I don't know if I'd lay the 7.5, considering there are some things still up in the air with all this, but getting it down to 1.5, something I really, really do like. I have to admit, though, I do have a lean towards the under in this because I do think that maybe Dallas is good for 30, but I don't know if Vegas is good for 21 plus in this one. This offense has really, really lost its way. They can't figure out what they want to do. They're trying to get some sort of identity, but I don't know if you can do that on a short week here, kind of like Brad mentioned as well. I have a pretty decent lean to the under, but that's something I'm going to hold out on because, as we know, island games, overs get bet like a mother, and I am going to wait until right before this thing, and I imagine we'll get another half point to a point in this one as well. So I'm going to hold off before I take the under in this thing because everybody is not going to be sitting around on Thanksgiving Day screaming for no points to be scored. It's going to be a real rally around getting the over done, so I'll hold out, see if I can take the under there. Brad, what are we looking at from a prop standpoint here?
I went with Tony Pollard over 14.5 receiving yards. So he's averaging 9 yards per reception. So we need 2 catches here. And there's a couple of things I liked. A, the Raiders play this cover 3 style where they drop deep, and the way to attack it is dump offs to running backs and tight ends kind of, in the zones. So I'm expecting a lot of targets to the running backs anyway. And then we've got Zeke banged up. Obviously he's got that injury. He's come out and he said he'll be fine, but he was still on the sideline for a lot of that Kansas City game, short rest. So I'm thinking if he sits a series or 2 out and Pollard is the lead back, as I say, we literally need 2 catches to go over this. I like those odds.
I can see him being a big part of this game kind of regardless here because, as you mentioned, one, just him getting more reps just in general with Zeke with the banged up knee, but also I think more and more they're figuring out what kind of playmaker they have in Tony Pollard as well. And so somebody that I certainly think will be a much bigger part of this moving forward. Of course, we have a nice little prop finder over on the line. So if you guys head over there and take a look, you'll be able to check that out. And actually right now, if you want to, you can find at DraftKings 13.5 actually on his receiving yards. So be sure and take the over on there as well. Guys, as always, everything we do, absolutely free. So go ahead, check out everything at the lines and play picks. Also, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. We'll do a giveaway before the end of the year to thank all you guys for being subscribers. So you automatically enter for free if you subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up and let us know in the comment section how you play in this game. Is there anything we missed? And do you disagree with anything that we said here? We are always open to your suggestions as well. Good luck on all your bets here on Thanksgiving Day.